PowerPoint, the magic wand of presentation software. It's pretty much useless by itself, but if you know the right spells, it can do wonders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt and welcome to Syed. In this video I will share with you simple tricks, tips and shortcuts you can use to start and run your PowerPoint presentations more smoothly, and even make slides disappear. But let's start by opening or launching your PowerPoint presentation. The common mistake I see people do is they go all the way down there with their cursor to this tiny little button to start the presentation. If you press key F5, your presentation starts automatically. To start your presentation even more faster, and in case you don't want to spoil your slides by audiencing your deck of slides, you can save your presentation as PowerPoint Show. Simply from Save Options, choose the file type of PowerPoint Show and then save it. After that, you can see that in folder it appears as a new different type of file. So when you double click on it, your presentation starts immediately. In this option you of course don't have option to edit your presentation, but it's very good for quick and non-problematic starts of your presentation. Probably the most annoying thing I see when people start the presentation is this. And I don't particularly referring to YouTube link or having things that are not hyperlinked. But in this case you need to close your presentation, copy paste the link, and then when you're going to come back to your presentation you need to start it again. If you're smart you're going to press F5, but your presentation starts from beginning. And now you need to click all the way down there to your slides. Now we had only 8 slides till this slide, but once I've been on presentation with speaker had almost 100 slides, and to the end of the presentation he wanted to share the video the same way as I showed you, and then he had to click all the way through this almost 100 slides with different animations. It took almost 5 minutes to go through it. So save yourself a trouble. When you want to start presentation from particular slide, just click on a slide in editing view and press Shift F5, and your presentation starts from a given slide. Another trick you can use is just simply press the number of slide and then hit enter. In this case your presentation will automatically jump to given slide. So for example, if I press number 1 and hit enter, it goes to our first slide. If I press number 10, if we go to slides that we had right now. Also, this is very useful in case you want to finish your presentation earlier and you don't want to just really skim through all the slides or just end it on note, but you want to show them your end slide. You can just press 9999, and in that case it will go through your very last slide. So it jumps over to very last slide. Alright, we don't want to go there yet, so let's go to number 11, which is our following slide that we want to talk about, highlighting the information in your presentation. A lot of times it happens that during a presentation you want to showcase part of your graphs or part of your data or image or whatever you have on your slide, but let's say that you forgot your laser pointer because you played with your cat Smokey and you tortured that poor little bastard. You know, cats don't really understand that light is not physical objects. It's a very evil thing to do. Don't do it. Anyway, you forgot your laser pointer, so what you can do, you can jump around, show your armpits to showcase your data, but there is so much simple way. PowerPoint has really good functions to highlight information. So firstly you can press Ctrl L as a laser to start small laser pointer. So in that case you will see that your cursor will turn into small red laser pointer where you can highlight or showcase different parts of the slide. Another option you have is pen by pressing Ctrl P. In this case your cursor will turn into a small drawing option where you can just draw anything you want on your slide. So be a little creative or like highlight certain part of information. Another option you have is highlighter with Ctrl I. So in this case it gives you the semi-transparent highlighter ink which you can use to highlight specific parts of the text in case you have a lot of text in PowerPoint, which is never a good option to do. Anyway, if you continue to the next slide, you see that you still have highlighter or pen or whatever you used before. So if you want to come back to your regular cursor, just press Ctrl A. And if you want to delete some parts of the drawings, just press Ctrl E, which gives you eraser, and you can erase individual parts, or just press E to erase everything. Oh my god, Smokey! He came back. Never play with cats with laser pointer, it's torture. Alright, so what if I want to share a story with you right now, or audience asks me a question, and I don't want you to get distracted by this horrified mutated cat, and I'm not quite yet ready to go to the next slide and spoil information I want to share later. So in this case you can press B for the screen to go black, or press W for screen to go white. This allows you to tell a story or like improvise different part of the presentation without audience being distracted by the content of your slide. Now let's talk about presenter view, which is like a magic unicorn of PowerPoint. It can pretty much do everything else that I showed you right now, just in very simple mode and editing view. So let's see how you can go to it. Like, firstly, you can start your presentation by pressing Alt F5, which will start it in presenter view in case it doesn't start out automatically, or simply just right click on the presentation and choose Show Presenter View. So what presenter view does, it creates sort of like separate screen from what you see and what you present on the screen. So it's like extended view. So let's see what you can see actually there. In the left corner you can see the current time your presentation is running, and in the right corner you can see the current real time. Right in the center you can see the main slide that is currently happening or presented in front of your audience. Right below it you have options to use graphic highlighting, as I mentioned before, like laser pointer, pen or highlighter. And right next to it is a really nice feature where you can see all of the slides graphically of your presentation, so you can choose which slide to jump on if you want to skip given slides. Another cool feature to highlight information is a zoom feature, which you can zoom to your picture or graph and even like move it around. And again, you have option here to go black in case you don't want to press B. Another information that you have here is right next to it. You can see what is the next slide happening in your presentation, and also notes. This is very good if you don't want to have a lot of papers or notes and you just want to have extra information to mention on a given slide. Alright, so let's now talk about how to make things disappear. Alright, I meant slides, not speaker. That will be topic for the future videos. Anyway, sometimes in presentation you might want to have additional slides in case you have more time, or you might want to prepare slides that you're not quite sure how your audience is going to react, or as a follow-up to certain questions. So you can prepare these hidden slides that you can summon up with pressing H when they will appear. So let's see how you can hide a slide. Go back to your editing view and simply right-click on a slide that you want to have hidden. And from a context menu on the very bottom you can see option Hide a Slide. So when you click on it, you can see that your slide is hidden by the number being crossed and also slide appearing more gray. So then when we go to slide before, we can press Shift F5 and we're gonna follow on the next slide. We can see that this slide that we just hidden, our presentation unicorn, is just not there anymore. So we go to slide before, we're gonna press H, and the H will automatically unhide the slide and appear the slide that was there and hidden. Alright, so that's it, unless we have still some hidden slides. So let's go slide back and let's see if we press H what's happened. Yes! This is a really cool feature that I prepared, that I found out when I was researching this video. And if you're like me and you like to use special fonts that are not part of standard package, you might run into this problem. You have these beautiful slides that look like this, and then you present it in other computer and it looks like this. Well, the reason is simple, because the other computer doesn't have the slides, the given font, so the slides just use the standard fonts that I have in order. But what you can do, you can actually save your presentation that actually contains the given fonts that you used, so you don't have to worry about installing fonts and all this mess around it. What you can do is, again, when you're saving your file, right next to the Save button, you have options of tools. So when you click on it and you choose a Save option, here at the very end you have option to embed files into embed fonts into your file. So here you have two options to either embed only characters, which not really allowing you to edit it in other computers, so I always advise to use the second option, which is embedding all the characters, so entire fonts, so you can also edit your special fonts or presentation in other computer. So we press Save, and now your presentation contains your special, unique, amazing fonts, and you can present it anywhere you want. Wow! Alright, so that's it for the tips, tricks and shortcuts you can use to run your presentations in an amazing way as a wizard. If you have any more that I didn't mention and you think they're particularly useful, please feel free to share it in comments below. And if you like this video and you want to see more about presentations and public speaking, feel free to subscribe or follow me on Facebook, and more videos will be coming. So thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!